Hold on tight, folks, because The View is in full-blown crisis mode. Karoline Leavitt, the young, sharp, and unapologetically conservative powerhouse, just dropped a bombshell that sent Whoopi Goldberg, Joy Behar, and Sunny Hostin scrambling. And get this, she didn't even have to set foot on their stage to do it, following yet another unhinged attack from The View.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Karoline didn't just sit back and take it. She unleashed a brutal takedown, exposing The View's hypocrisy, roasting their tired talking points, and dragging the whole show through the mud. The backlash has been so intense that rumors are swirling that ABC execs are even considering pulling the plug on the show entirely. Yeah, it's that bad. So, what exactly did Karoline say that sent Whoopi into full meltdown mode, had Joy Behar shaking, and left Sunny Hostin speechless, for once? Trust me, you don't want to miss this. But first, hit that like button and subscribe for more uncensored, drama-packed updates. Just subscribed? Awesome, let's dive in.
The View hosts have got themselves into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was a...
Let's set the stage. The View went after Karoline Leavitt once again.
Why?
Because she's young, conservative, and refuses to play by their rules. This time, they took a page right out of their usual playbook, mocking her, questioning her credibility, and even suggesting that Trump only supports her because of her looks. Sound familiar? Joy Behar, with her usual smugness, implied that Karoline's success wasn't earned, but handed to her because she's a 10 in Trump's eyes. Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg, never one to let facts get in the way of a good rant, claimed that without wokeness, Karoline wouldn't even have a platform.
Yeah, I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women. Yeah. See, this is not black, Asian women. This is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
This commentator said, Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Karoline Leavitt. Hilarious.
And Sunny Hostin? Well, she did what she always does, made it about race. But Karoline wasn't about to let that slide. Instead of ignoring the noise, she fired back with a takedown so brutal, The View's producers are probably still recovering.
No, please, his opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts. The second attempt on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie, and yes, you will take political like we have seen in 2 instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I am so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people don't trust them.
Karoline didn't just clap back. She completely torched them in a viral video that took social media by storm. She called out The View for what they really are, a panel of bitter, out-of-touch elites who preach feminism while tearing down women they don't agree with. And she didn't hold back. Joy Behar, in her usual smug fashion, is the perfect example of modern feminism, according to Karoline. If you're a conservative woman, they'll mock your looks and belittle your achievements, Karoline fired back, adding, "So much for empowering women, huh?" Whoopi Goldberg, on the other hand, claimed she wouldn't be where she is without wokeness. Karoline had a response ready. "Please. I got here by working hard, unlike the unqualified DI hires they prop up on The View." And Sunny Hostin? Of all people, she wanted to talk about privilege? Karoline didn't hold back. "Give me a break." But then came the line that dropped jaws across the internet. Asterisk, The View doesn't want strong women. They want women who follow their script. And I refuse to play their game. Asterisk, boom. The second Karoline posted the video, Twitter exploded. The hashtags #cancel The View and #Karoline Leavitt takes down The View started trending within minutes. But wait, asterisk, it gets worse, asterisk, for The View. They never saw this coming. They thought they could mock Karoline, brush her off, and move on. Instead, they just created their worst nightmare. Rather than damaging Karoline's credibility, her takedown boosted her to new heights. She was already a rising star in conservative politics, but now she's a household name. ABC executives are panicking. Sources inside the network are leaking that producers are not happy about how badly the situation is making them look. Rumors of major shakeups behind the scenes are swirling, with names like Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg coming up in less than friendly conversations. Translation? They might finally be on their way out. And if you thought that The View's audience would blindly defend them, think again. Even some of their own fans are calling them out, saying this was a step too far. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. Asterisk, The View preaches empowerment, but mocks any woman who doesn't fit their agenda. Karoline Leavitt just exposed them for what they really are. Asterisk, meanwhile, the network is reportedly feeling the pressure from sponsors. Major brands are said to be reconsidering their ad placements. Let's be honest, who wants to be associated with this mess at this point? The writing's on the wall. The View has been playing with fire for years, but this time, they might have finally burned themselves beyond repair. The backlash is intense. The hypocrisy is undeniable, and ABC is facing a tough decision. Will they clean house, or will they pull the plug on the show entirely? The View thrives on controversy, but when the backlash is larger than the ratings boost, it's game over. Right now, they're treading on dangerously thin ice. Could this finally be the moment that takes down The View for good? All right, folks, now it's your turn. Did The View finally go too far? Was Karoline Leavitt's response the wake-up call the media needed? Do you think ABC will actually pull the plug on The View after this disaster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any breaking updates.